Your Instagram reel dies in 48 hours. Your YouTube video pays you for 3 years. And most coaches I talk to are still spending 80% of their time on the platform that forgets them the fastest. And let me show you why it's costing you clients. If you're an expert, if you're a coach, if you're a business owner, that you're selling something that is worth thousands of dollars, this is for you. I work with people that sell programs, people that sell supplements, courses, people whose audience need to trust them before they buy. And that's why I have this approach. I really like this approach with YouTube. The platform that you pick, the platform that your brand is on, matters more than most people think. We know that everything around us is just Instagram. Everything is Instagram. Everyone's on Instagram. We know that. But you need to understand that it's not the only platform. And that's why I have this approach. Instagram is not the only app out there that's going to help you monetize your brand or anything that you're selling. Most coaches, most people that are selling courses, they go to default to Instagram. They go default to TikTok because that's where everyone tells them to be. And I understand that thought process. Everyone's on Instagram daily. Everyone's scrolling on Instagram daily. I understand. For sure, it gives you visibility. But the reality is that you can even have a reel that is going to get to 100K views, but it's going to die. It's really hard for it to keep bringing you leads. Those kind of videos are good in the moment. They give you 100,000 views and might give you some leads. But the difference is when you change how you operate in the online space, you're not staying on Instagram. You're not just trying to go viral on Instagram. The difference is when you go on YouTube, you can create a whole piece, a big long format, and extract that piece that is gonna give you those 100K views from one single video. And that's the difference. When you just post on Instagram, just one reel, one TikTok, it dies. You're spending hours in the algorithm seeing what other people post about. Seeing what other people post about, copy, chew it, and spit it out. You just a copy of a copy of a copy. The difference is with YouTube is that you manage to not only to position yourself as an expert, also people are gonna look at you way differently because you're also putting your personality, who you are. You get to be more personal with people. You get to connect more with people. You connect with people on Instagram because it looks nice, it looks flashy, it looks fancy. That's a whole different thing. But people don't completely are going to buy because it looks nice, it looks fancy, your store looks fancy. No, they want to know that the person that they're working with is an expert. You put yourself in a position where you can post a video on YouTube. You position yourself not only as another guy posting videos. If you're an expert posting your video, you're not some random guy anymore. You're just not some random guy on Instagram trying to get views, trying to get more leads. People actually look at stuff. People actually are interested in stuff. Maybe you're a coach. Maybe you have a med spa. Maybe you do buttocks. Maybe you do fillers. People are actually into that. People are actually want to know how is the process of getting a lip filler. People want to know how it is. How's the process? Does it hurt? There's other ways that I can get the same results. Is there something different I can do? If I want to get my lips big, if I want to have a hair transplant, is there a treatment? People want to know this stuff, but not a lot of experts, a lot of coaches. They're missing on this big opportunity, the chance to put themselves out there on YouTube. What I like about YouTube is that you're not closing yourself. You're not closing yourself to just post some cute videos, some aesthetic videos. You're actually building something tangible. You're actually building something that compounds, something that is gonna make people look at you way differently. People want to search for certain things that you might understand. You're a master on it. This is a huge advantage that you have. YouTube is the second biggest search engine in the world, and this is perfect for you. For whatever that you're building, this is perfect for you. People type these keywords on their search bar on YouTube. They want to know how is a lip filler works, how do botox in the face works, all this kind of stuff. People are constantly looking for this information. And if you're an observer, try to do a research of what is that you do on YouTube. You're not going to find it, but these are the things that people are actually looking at. Look at yourself. I want you to analyze yourself. Once you have a client, once you have a someone that is you're doing, let's say, hair transplant, they have doubts about does it hurt, There's other treatment. People are going to look into YouTube. I want you to think like this: does hair transplant hurt? Can I get treatment for to get my hair back? This kind of stuff. Search it. There's only a few that understand this and that are using it to their advantage. You don't want to miss out on something like this because other people are already applying it and they're getting results because of it, because they understand once they get into YouTube, they're not just some another med spa, they're not just another expert, they're not just another wellness expert. Instagram is a feed platform designed for dopamine hits. The people be scrolling, oh, okay, this is cool, oh, okay, filler, results before and after, okay, boom, and they skip it. But once you have something interesting, you have actually something tangible, real information, real value to share to somebody that needs it, that's the big differentiator between closing a client and not. Because views and clients are two completely different things. What you want is to actually be able to communicate this to people so you can let them know that you can solve their problem. If they know that you can solve their problem, why wouldn't they buy from you? You're the expert. You already position yourself in a whole different way as an expert on YouTube. And you're actually talking about that topic that they're interesting. Why wouldn't they buy from you? You're the expert. YouTube is a search platform designed for answers, designed for trust. People actually want to learn what is that they're putting on their skin. People want to understand what are the downsides of getting this treatment. And when someone watches your 10-minute video, they're not casually scrolling. They choose to spend 10 minutes with you. That's a different level of intimacy. And that intimacy is what sells 2K, 5K, 10K, 20K programs, not a 30-second reel. And you can tell the wellness experts that have a YouTube are doing the biggest numbers right now. Why? Because they understand positioning. They have a YouTube, period. Your audience right now is searching for answers. The question is whether you're the one they find or they're going to find someone less qualified than you. Because there's someone right now out there that is less qualified than you and that is already understanding positioning. But Adrian, my audience is on Instagram. Sure, some of them are. But the buyers, they're already looking for answers. They're already asking questions. They are the ones that are ready with a credit card out, ready to pay, ready to make an investment for themselves. They're just doing a YouTube research before they pull the trigger. People binge buy on Instagram, but people decide to buy on YouTube once they have their answer. In a long form video is where the sale actually happens in your audience's head. Even if they click buy on Instagram, the trust that you built on that long form video was built on somewhere way deeper. Here's the kicker: a full YouTube video can give you 15 clips, 15 pieces of content for Instagram, for TikTok, for Shorts, for Facebook. At this point, you're not choosing no more, you're stacking. The play isn't post mode. The play is post once, distribute everywhere. Reels, Shorts, TikToks, Facebook clips. The long form builds authority and the short form gets you traction. Is what is building the brand on the background. You need to understand that short form videos are the future of marketing. But long form is here to stay. Long form is not gonna go nowhere. And that's why you have to take advantage of this. You could be posting 15 clips that actually have something, you're explaining something tangible, something that actually educates people on your field, that is gonna help them pull the trigger. And this is a model I run for my clients. We were able to get 40,000 views in less than 10 days. From a single post, from a single video, we managed to get 40,000 views in less than 10 days. They didn't have to feel more. They didn't have to stress about what's going to be the next thing. No, they just had to press record and that's it. They didn't feel more. They just distribute better. They just distribute smarter. Look, and if you're a coach, if you're a expert, you're selling programs up to $1,000 and you don't have a YouTube yet, you're leaving money on the table. And someone less qualified than you is already collecting this money because they understood positioning. But the question is, are they going to find you or are they going to find someone else less qualified? And if you understood this, if this hits, follow for more. If you want to talk about how to build your system for your business, hit the link in my bio and we'll talk.